We took care of our home, Trayvon Walker. With
money.
a 4-year extension. And now with that being done, I think the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to draft a little bit differently in this draft now that we have a key piece of our defense for the future. In this video, I'm going to break down the 4 key picks the Jacksonville Jaguars need to do for this draft to be successful. Let's go.
I'm terrific, I'm finessing in that kitchen, dead Fisher. Dope yellow collar, something like or Indiana Pacers or Reggie Miller. I'm in that bit like a man.
So now that Trayvon Walker's been tied to a controversial 4-year extension that most don't like, but that's nor here or there for another video, let's talk about the 4 picks that I think the Jacksonville Jaguars need to execute in order for this draft to be successful. Now that we have Trayvon Walker as one of the future key pieces moving forward for years to come for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So let's get right into it. So I think with the first pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to pick a guy by the name of Jacob Rodriguez. When you look at Jacob Rodriguez, he was one of the most productive linebackers in the country. This guy has a knack for the ball, and I think he upgrades your linebacker room instantly on this roster. He can compete, and I think he's going to be a guy that can be a day one starter in event if one of our guys like, Aluakon or hell, Ventrell Miller, someone goes down in training camp, this guy can come in and be an impact that we need. So I do think Jacob Rodriguez is a priority with the first pick, and I think this will be a key piece on this roster, on this young Jacksonville Jaguars defense that I think is going to be a lot better in 2026 if they get a guy like him. So with the second pick, let's talk about a guy by the name of Karen Crawford, Auburn. Now, I know a lot of people might think this pick might be a little controversial because, hey, we just re-signed, Trayvon Walker. We gave Josh Allen his money 2 years ago. So when you look at it, it's like, why would we go get another defensive end? But I think, this team may not be all in on Josh Allen. We showed Trayvon Walker, gave him his money. Again, Josh Allen wasn't signed with this regime. He was signed with the old regime with Trent Baalke. So there's still need, and this team still need pass rush. Yes, we got a lot of hurries and things like that, but we got to get a quarterback to the ground, man. And I think a guy like Karen Crawford, he can come in and also push the defensive end room and potentially be a rotational piece, but again, we got to hit on these picks, and these picks got to be guys that can come in and be day one starters. And I think a guy like Karen Crawford from out of Auburn can come in and be a day one guy that can come on your roster and again contribute to this defense, man. So with the third pick, I think we go a different direction. We go offensive line, and I think that's a need that we can use at depth. And I think a guy like Jordan Farmer from Jalen Farmer from Kentucky could be a nice piece. Now, when you look at this guy, he's very familiar with Liam Cohen's offense, and I think also he can come in and be a guy that can come in and be a great backup in the event if one of our guards go down. And I think also too, this guy can come and compete, man. I think the key to this thing is competition. The Jacksonville Jaguars want to continue to build competition in these position rooms, man, because we want to put the best guys out on the field, and we want to get guys that are going to come in and compete and raise the level of play for this organization, man. I put it out in previous videos, James Gladstone, his philosophy, and all of these guys fit the bill. And the last piece that I think that they will go get will be a guy like defensive tackle Chris McClellan from Missouri. I think he's a guy that can come in. Also, when you look at the defensive tackle spot, man, you got Mason Smith, he's been injured most of the time here. We can push him on the roster. And then you got Armstead, who's coming into his last year, as well as the one Smoot, who may not be around. So you want to drop somebody that you can bring in that, hey, maybe able to come on this roster, compete right away, because these guys may not be here after this upcoming season. They could be gone. So bringing a guy like Chris McClellan helps, and I think is, again, impact. We want to bring in guys that can immediately impact, and I think these 4 guys that I mentioned in this video can impact immediately right away. But get in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts, man. What's your 4 key impact players for the Jacksonville Jaguars NFL draft? Get in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts, man. It's your boy Joe, man. Continue to support your boy, man. I love you guys for everything you guys do. More content coming. Peace.